Hello friends, and welcome to this month's Take and Make craft. My name is Miss Danielle, and today I will walk you through making princess paper dolls provided by Red Ted Art and their counterpart villains as bowling pins provided by Disney. So what you need for this is a pencil, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, the templates that you can come in and pick up while supplies last, and some colored paper. And if you don't have colored paper, don't worry. You can always color any regular paper and make it what you need. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we'll be doing is cutting off the corner that has the circle in it. So take your scissors, and if you can't do this part, ask a grown-up for help, okay? We're just going to cut it right out. Don't get too close to Snow White's hair. And we're going to use this as a template, but we're going to put this off to the side for now. Next thing we're going to do is fold our paper in half on this line here where you see the two Snow Whites connect. We're just going to fold it in half. And the reason why we do this is because it makes it very easy to glue them together, which you're going to need to do soon. And it also makes it very easy to cut it out. Once you fold your Snow White in half, go ahead and take your glue stick, open it up. Whoops, shook the camera a little bit. Unfold your Snow White and add some glue. Doesn't have to be perfect. Close your glue stick and fold it back over. Smooth it down. And then, this is going to be the hardest part. Take your scissors and cut out your Snow Whites together. If you need help, ask a grown-up, okay? So just get it as close to the line as you can. And if you need to trim a little bit afterwards, it's not a problem. So I'm going to cut out Snow White and then I'll come back to you, okay? After you cut out your Snow White, the next step is to make her dress. So what makes these special is that once you add these circles that's mentioned here to the dress, she'll be able to stand up on her own. So what you're going to need for that is this template that you had for the circle. We're going to cut this out now. Ask a grown-up if you need to, okay? Now that you cut out your circle, the next thing we're going to do is cut our paper into long strips and making sure that you can fit the circle in the strip. So I'm going to make mine about this big. Just cut all the way through and again. And the reason why we're doing this is because for this craft we need 8 circles. And you might want to trace your circle, and that's fine. But what I'm going to do is place my circle on my strip and fold. Make a crease. And I want to fold again. After you've folded your strip as many times as you can, we're just going to cut out around the circle here. So there's no need to trace, because that'll take you a long time if you do one circle at a time. So we're just going to cut out the circle like this. Be careful of your fingers. And they don't have to be super perfect circles either, because I know mine are not going to be super perfect. Okay. So this made 1, 2, 3 circles. So I'm going to do it a couple more times until I have 8. Now as you can see, I have all 8 circles. So So what we're going to do next is fold them all in half. So we're going to make half circles. Whoops. So now we have 8 half circles, and what we need to do now to make the dress is glue them together. So take your glue stick, go ahead and open it up. Take a half circle, add glue, and then add a half circle. And you're going to do this 4 times. So you need 4 circles glued together. After you glue together 4 of the half circles, they should open up and they should be a little bit poofy, like this. See? So what we're going to do now after you glue your half circles, which you should have 4 attached to each other, they open up and kind of make a cute little paper lantern-esque thingy, if you will. And what you're going to do is put it on Snow White's dress, and you're going to open it up so you can see kind of how it poofs out, right? Well, at the top, you see how Snow White's dress has a little After you glue down your half circles, which you should have 4 half circles on top of each other, they open up to make the dress for one side. Now, as you can see, Snow White's dress has a little bit of a design, so it's not perfectly a circle like ours is. So this is when you take your pencil and you want to draw and make sure that you have a design here. So you're going to cut this part out. And once you do that, when you open it up, it'll look just right. So take your scissors. Can you see my line? Not really. It's okay. And you're going to cut the half circles. So now when you put it down, it opens up just right. So now we're going to glue it down. Let's fold over to the end, add some glue, and fold it back so you don't lose your place on the dress. And then we're going to fold the other side over and do the same thing. And now, if you notice, at the bottom, the circle goes a little bit over her dress. So what you're going to want to do is turn it over and trim along the line so that the circles match up with the dress evenly. Perfect. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And once you glue your circles to the other side of the princess, your princess paper doll is officially complete. So now I'll teach you how to do Princess Jasmine, since she has pants and not a dress. For simplicity's sake, I went ahead and cut out Jasmine and I cut out her 8 circles, so you do need 8 again. What makes Jasmine different from the other princesses is that she wears pants. So we're actually going to divide our circles a little bit differently. We're going to fold them all in half again, and we're going to glue 2 together only. Not 4, but 2. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you the next step. So as you can see, Jasmine's pants have a bit of a different shape than your circle. So this is a little too far out, and a little too far out here as well. So we're just going to draw a little line to give us a guide of where we want to cut. And then we're going to go ahead and cut it. Looks good. And we're only going to glue down one side of this. So put glue on one side. Glue it to the pant leg. Perfect. And then go ahead and do the same thing for the other 3 pant legs. After you've glued down all the pant legs, your Princess Jasmine is officially done. Now please note that in order for her to stand up on her own like Snow White does, you will need to cut off her feet, so I'll let you decide if you want to do that or not. I personally am not going to do that because I like her the way she is. But that is how you make the Disney princess dolls. And look out for part 2 of this craft where I'll show you how to make the Disney bowling pin villains. Stay tuned. Welcome back to our October craft. This time I'm going to show you how to make the Disney villain bowling pins. So what we have in front of us is a template, and what you're going to do is cut out along the lines, and don't cut out these little tabs. You're going to want them intact. Even if the dotted line is on the inside, leave it that way. Just go around, and when you get to this here where it says cut, you're going to want to cut along this line as well. But don't cut it all the way off. So go around the whole template, and then we'll come back. So once you cut out your template here, you're ready to start the folding process. So it's not too complicated, even though it looks like a lot of steps. What we're first going to fold is the bowling pin itself and not the flaps. So if you look at each side, it has dotted lines, and that tells you where you should be folding. You're going to fold away from you for almost all of these. The middle fold line, you're going to fold towards yourself. So for example, fold away, see, away from you. Unfold, and then this middle line, you fold towards you. And try to be as precise with the line as you can be, but if you're a little bit off, it's quite all right. And then for the third line, away from you. And you're going to repeat that process for all 4 faces. So now that we have a folded up Jafar, the next thing we're going to do is fold down our flaps, and these flaps are what helps you. So now what we have here is a folded up Jafar, and our next step is to fold down the white flaps, and this is what we're going to use to kind of mold this template into an actual bowling pin. So the folding process is quite similar to folding Jafar's faces. You're going to fold each flap away from you along the dotted line, and you're going to go around the entire template doing the same thing to every single flap. None of them come towards you, so put everything away from you. Finish that up and we'll reconvene. Now once you've folded all of your white flaps, you're going to note that each of the flaps has a letter on them. For example, these ones are A's, these ones up here are E's. You can't see it because of the glare right now, but you'll be able to see it on your own template. The B's are here, and the C's are here, and the D's are here. So in alphabetical order, you're going to want to start from the A's, and what that means is turning it over and folding the bowling pin sides along the dotted line away from you so that these are touching. And now what you're going to do is put glue on your flaps and fold it back over so that your two sides of the bowling pin are glued together and they'll look like this. Okay, here we go. Now after you've glued down the A flaps, you will notice that your bowling pin starts to take shape. So it kind of looks like it's in a corner. See that? So the next thing you're going to do is move on to the B's and repeat the same process. And then you'll move on to the C's and repeat the same process. D's, and then finally the E's up here. So that'll be the last step. So go ahead and start folding, okay? Once you've glued down all sides of the flaps to all sides of the bowling pin, you are left with a shape quite like this. And you'll notice that it stands up on its own. And you've officially completed your Disney villain bowling pin. Now the premise of the October craft is that you get one princess and the villain counterpart that is the same from the same movie. So while supplies last, come in and get your templates, okay? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.